There's the straight arch, curved, soft, high, S-shape, and upward.
Then once I get to the arch, I flick it out.
There are tutorials all over YouTube to draw in the perfect brow.
I pretty much have to have them looking literally perfect.
But now there's a new trend, the quest to make the brows perfect.
Oh, that hurts. Oh!
Semi-permanent tattooing, known as microblading, became popular in Northeast Ohio a year ago. It's different from a permanent tattoo.
Just fill it in.
Microblading is a form of tattoo artistry where pigment is implanted under the skin instead of deep in the skin. It's done with a manual handheld tool instead of a machine. The problem, not everyone is qualified.
Don't do this at home, guys.
Or licensed to do it. It's a strenuous process overseen in Northeast Ohio by the Cuyahoga County Board of Health. Search microblading Cleveland and hundreds of pictures pop up on Instagram, even videos. Many of the quote artists are trained, but the problem is they aren't licensed by the county.
There's a lot of people on Instagram. That seems to
Sure.
be a place where people love to advertise.
Sure.
And they're saying, hey, I do this, and I know for a fact that they are not approved by you.
And we've gone out to facilities and we've issued the cease and desist order.
Jerry Scott with the Cuyahoga County Board of Health says they haven't had any complaints of an allergic reaction or someone falling ill because of the procedure. They do warn consumers the pigment used isn't FDA approved.
We're just going to do a little patch test right at the end of your brow.
Some artists will do a patch test to make sure there are no complications or reaction on your skin. There are 19 locations in Cuyahoga County that can legally perform microblading on you.
See, there's a little bleeding, just dots. There should be no running blood.
Dawn Tyree with Elash Studios is licensed and used to be an ER nurse. She's been in business here in Woodmere for 9 years and says if you're looking to make your brows twins instead of stepsisters,
And there is a mathematical equation for how your brows are supposed to be.
there's way to spot if your artist is legit. Well, sometimes the writing is on the wall. Look for licenses and training certificates. Make sure the facility is clean and the artist isn't using you for practice.
How many procedures you've done. I want to look at your pictures, your before and after pictures.
The County Board of Health told me the approval process can take 30 days. These are documents from the county to apply for a license. Once given the okay, the Board of Health makes a visit to see a live procedure to make sure the microblading facility is in compliance.
Even my marker, when I trace them, I toss it.
It takes anywhere from 30 minutes to an hour to draw on the perfect brow.
I was just thinking,
Make that a little bit thicker on top?
just a little bit,
Okay.
just a sketch.
Numbing cream needs to be included.
Numbing cream isn't required by state law.
There's blood involved, so you have to wear gloves. And then I like to wear this because I don't want to be talking and germs are, all on the face.
From there, it takes about 10 minutes to make the micro cuts in your skin that mimics the hairs to fill in one brow.
It looks good.
It does.
But is it good for you?
You know, most of the time it's probably safe, but you have all the same risks that you would have with a tattoo. So you could get an infection. If it's not placed in the right place in the skin, you could have scarring. If you have a reaction to the tattoo pigment, which people can, you could have an allergy, you could have lumps or bumps form in your eyebrow.
Dermatologist Melissa Pilliang with the Cleveland Clinic says the worst risk factor is scarring.
Scars can be permanent. Yeah, the others can be treated, but it will take some treatment from a physician or dermatologist.
Do you fill them in yourself? Do you ever fill them in?
Very rarely.
And now she won't have to. Even though there are some risks, women are flocking to do this for the beauty after going under the blade. So we know what you're thinking now. You're thinking, how much green is this going to cost me? We're here in Northeast Ohio. It will cost anywhere from $250 to $400 to have this done. And in terms of how long will it last, anywhere from a year to 18 months. Now, there are some do's and don'ts that we do need to tell you about in case you do decide to have this procedure done. For 7 to 10 days, no excessive sun, excessive sweating, tanning beds, and you cannot put makeup on your brows. A lot of people have asked the question, do you get to keep your brow hair? care. Yes, you do. Of course, you have to do routine maintenance, and you also get to choose the color that you want your brows to be. For Cleveland 19 News, I'm Tia Ewing.